that I spoke about on the Wack pod is that Brick told me on the phone that Luce asked him to snitch on Big U. I believe it. This came out of Brick's mouth. I wish I had a recording of it so I could prove it, but that is what he told me. And, you know,
I could believe some corny ass busting like that.
Given how many lies Luce has been caught up in over the course of the past couple months, and really you could go back to like his whole existence. I mean, even like saying that he produced Bodak Yellow for Cardi B, etc.
That's insanity.
It's just like, it slowly just feels like acting like Luce is not a compulsive liar is harder and harder to justify. Well, I feel like I've given him as much reasonable doubt as I possibly can, but at this point, it just feels like pretty.
Been thugging it out through the mud with this YouTube shit, man. Scoop really been on this shit, man.
That Gastonian nigga been on it. Hey.
Yo, what's good, YouTube, man? This your boy BT Scoop TV News, and I'm back with some content that you probably could use, man. And if you're new to the channel, go down there and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video, man. And today, I'm going to be doing this reaction video to this No Jumper clip with Adam22. Man, he say, Brick Baby called him and told him that Luce Cannon wanted Brick Baby to tell on Big U. But I'm not doing this reaction video because of that, because that's the main title of this clip. But I'm doing it because Adam22 seems like he is really pressing that line against Luce Cannon, man, basically calling him a compulsive liar. You know what I mean? So I ain't even gonna talk too much. So let's go ahead and jump right into this reaction video. See what Kiwi Head talking about. Shout out to my boy Neem Gangland.
Where are you at? How much have you spoken to Brick in recent memory? Do you believe that he has been experimenting with the transgenders?
Free Brick.
I'm just gonna let that one hang.
You know my bro like that booka book. No.
That's a
Nah, I don't think so, bro. I mean, I know so. I know he ain't doing this shit.
I don't believe it either. Especially we have to take Luce's word for it. How you feel about Luce right now?
I don't. That nigga's a clown, bro. Don't fuck around.
I want to see the George Jefferson.
Hey, that nigga Brick. Hey, bro. Hey, Brick, man. Just stay on top, man.
Straight up.
You've been talking to him a decent amount? You worried that you're not going to see him on the streets for a while?
To the stay on top.
Them boys play a whole lot of freaky man games.
Nah, I talked to him like a few days ago. He tapped in. Just some quick, like, you know, brother, I love you and shit.
It is tough to be someone who is making a ton of gay jokes on the podcast, and then you get locked up, and we keep making those jokes. But that shit is just not funny in there, like the way it is here.
But like, I've gauged through my combos with Brick. Like, I don't tend to initiate it, but he will. You feel me? Like, he'll make a book.
Why don't you just do a gay snap? He was like, I don't tend to initiate it.
I guess it was appropriate. I guess we were talking about
his inner Dejan came out.
Did you see?
Hey, man. Lush lost it up there with that right there. Now them boys showed a little slightness of sweetness right there, man. Brandon called that out off the rip. That's my boy. I like Big Brandon.
The snap?
I saw it, yeah. Zesty on that side of the table. This is the hetero side.
The engineer got up and walked out. Like, fucking shit.
It's like you said earlier about osmosis.
Lush Rainbow.
It came through me.
Lush Rainbow?
Rainbow Lush. That's your stripper name.
Not a Brick ass.
Yeah, no, of course. Of course.
But, I mean, the most recent development that I spoke about on the Wack pod is that Brick told me on the phone that Luce asked him to snitch on Big U. I believe it. This came out of Brick's mouth. I wish I had a recording of it so I could prove it, but that is what he told me. And, you know,
I could believe some corny ass busting like that.
Given how many lies Luce has been caught up in over the course of the past couple months, and really you could go back to like his whole existence. I mean, even like saying that he produced Bodak Yellow for Cardi B, etc.
That's insanity.
It's just like, it slowly just feels like acting like Luce is not a compulsive liar is harder and harder to justify. Well, I feel like I've given him as much reasonable doubt as I possibly can, but at this point, it just feels like pretty open and shut.
Let me ask you a question. If you were in Brick's situation, let's say loosely in that situation, you don't know that, maybe you do know the deal.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this, man. Luce Cannon right now, bro, you is at the wrong end of that stick, dog. You and Wack 100 going at each other the way y'all going at each other. And you know Wack 100 is connected to the white podcasters such as Vlad, Adam22, Academics. He's not white, but you know he's a big factor in this, you know what I'm saying, in this culture, in this rectum of rector of YouTube, bro. And you already know how that go. Another thing, Luce Cannon, you need to tell your wife to stop with the copywriting so people can, you know what I'm saying, put your message out there. We can't even really use your content to get your message across because y'all got it copyrighted.
Details. I think you know everything. Would you snitch on Big U?
No, not if I had sworn
Yes,
myself
you
to the
would.
gangster code.
You would take like 80 years in prison. Neighborhood code.
It's hard for me to put myself in that
You're
position because
lying.
I ain't done it.
This nigga be singing like a goddamn.
I mean, yeah.
Like a canary. Look, man.
That's why I'm not going to become a gang member today.
But here's
It
what you
seems like a
said.
bad
If
deal.
they told you 75 years, unless you tell us some incriminating information on this dude, would you snitch? Honestly.
Doesn't sound like too bad.
Y'all leave a comment in the comment section. If y'all was in that predicament Brandon talking about, is y'all telling on Big U? Leave it in the comment section. Let me know.
Of a deal.
Would you do it?
I don't know. I have to
Yeah,
think
you
about
gonna
it.
tell.
Here's the thing I'm telling you, 99% of gang members,
But also, yes.
human beings would tell, bro.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
At a certain point, reality kicks in. Like, I don't know this like that. That nigga was paying
But
my
Luce
bills.
does know Big U like that. They
well,
spent a
here's the
lot
thing.
of time together.
That
Years.
doesn't mean you know somebody.
Luce, I was really rooting for him. I was pushing for him. I was supporting him. But him getting caught up, or him getting Durk caught up the way that he did, is really.
Lush will snitch on you, by the way. I just want to put that out there.
That's why everybody I'm
Never,
around,
never,
I'm not
brothers.
trying to give them
Never,
anything that they
brothers.
could snitch on me for.
Yeah.
Facts,
Snitch on
Adam.
the police car.
Don't tell me
It
anything.
was all Adam.
Never.
I tell people, don't tell me what you do. So when I say I don't know, I'll be telling you.
I personally don't trust like the police, but whatever. Like you know, it is like
He
they
trying
gonna be
to
what they
put
be.
that-
But ultimately, I was rooting for Luce. It's a shame that
My boy Lush look at it. Oh, that looking like a fiend. You can't tell me Lush don't look like he smoke. He's a real smoker. But he didn't like how Brandon just tried to play him like he a snitch. He felt some type of way about that.
him just having a conversation with Durk and telling him like, yo, you gonna get academics on the phone, this gonna be good, but he doesn't even know that Sharice Mills on the phone too, and then all of a sudden like Durk's being interviewed by Sharice Mills by proxy. That's
Like Luce getting
that was
Durk
nasty work.
over in that situation is kind of mind blowing. That this guy who was always kind of like a C-level player in the No Jumper drama is now taking one of the biggest rappers and up him getting his freedom, which I don't know if it's as simple as that, but it seems like it's mostly as simple as that.
Well, I mean, he's literally, his bail was not, it wasn't just him because they said 12 different conversations, but the one that they made note
so
of.
Luce Cannon fucked up Durk shit.
Okay, so the reason why they rejected Durk getting bail is because one of the main reasons that they named was, oh, he's using the three-way call system.
See, this like I'm saying, man. If Luce Cannon and his wife was to release their page and let people make content off of it, this could be somewhat debunked. Because from what I've been hearing, Durk probably already, well, Luce Cannon already said it. He said that Durk already does three ways. It wasn't just because of his phone call that he made on there. You know what I'm saying? So, and there's plenty of other things that Durk got locked up for. See, look, Luce Cannon, you getting your back kicked in and y'all tripping over there.
Inappropriately, and the only recorded example of that is the fact that Luce basically was on stream with academics talking to him on the phone with his girl on the phone, and he got Durk to come over and talk on the phone, which I think he had kind of promoted in advance.
He did. There's a flyer for
And
it.
Durk clearly didn't understand that he was on stream because Sharice, Luce's girl, starts asking interview style questions like, oh, Durk, do you feel like it has made you closer to your family since you've gotten locked up? And you can kind of tell in Durk's voice that he's like, what? Like he
this
doesn't
person on the
understand that this is on stream and it's being recorded. And he probably wouldn't have.
I heard that call and I don't, like Adam saying, Durk was not, you know what I'm saying, expecting the lady, Luce Cannon's wife to be on the phone. She asked him, well, how is, you know what I'm saying, did you going to jail make you more closer with your family? Durk looked at the phone like, what? That's exactly how he probably looked at that motherfucker too. Trust me.
Consented to it if he had known, but we all know Luce knows that being adjacent to rich, successful people is very powerful. So he basically hoodwinked Durk, one of the most famous rappers in America, into getting into the situation, which is mind-blowing because you gotta think like Durk's guard is probably up for getting into shady situations with dudes. But hey, LA up 1.
Yeah, but
How?
We got him in LA. I don't know.
In his bail hearing, they said that there's 12 incidents, I believe, of him doing that. So
So that was just one. Okay.
that's the
What does LA up 1 means, Adam? I'm lost with that one. You mean that y'all up 1 because he got dirt, you know what I'm saying, slammed up? That's crazy.
one that they made note of that they said.
Pretty notable.
Luce is playing to win. That's what y'all don't understand. When the ship is sinking, the rats ain't, they all run into whatever corner to get.
But he's still got to do 4 years in Riverside County, supposedly, for an other charge.
But what I'm saying is,
regardless, Luce, regardless of what happened in this case, if he does, let's say, and even if Luce is fully cooperating based on the nature of his charges, according to what I've looked up on ChatGPT and all that, he said he'll probably still have to do a few years in the feds, even if
they might give him time served.
But they might. But regardless, on top of that, he has a whole other case in Riverside County he got to deal with. So
listen, Luce, man, just keep doing what you're doing, bro, because he clearly gets the picture. The rest of these dudes, I think, are operating based on what the no jumper audience is gonna think or something.
Luce for sure is operating in favor of the audience.
No, but he is no.
It's
Luce is operating.
How much is Sharice dictating?
Luce is operating in favor of himself. He's literally right now actively trying to get people to incriminate themselves so he can go back and take that to the feds and be like, look, I got some juice for you.
But Luce has been incriminating himself for as long as we can remember. I mean, he's the one who released the footage of him beating the dog shit out of somebody in the alley here. A crime that he easily could have got away with absolutely no evidence.
He wanted to do it.
Yeah, he wanted that shit to be out there so everybody would be scared of
We
him.
know for sure that was Luce that released it.
Well, it was released by IBM Hoodlum, which is basically a Luce Cannon fan account.
Okay.
Well, we know that this guy might not be the sharpest tool in the shed, right? We know, like, anybody would get up here and talk like that. Like, I got family members like.
I'm wondering, why is they going at Luce Cannon so hard, bro? They going at Luce Cannon like he's the for show out from the first century or something, the way they going at Luce Cannon. I don't know, Luce, bro. They all against you, man. And one thing about it, two things for certain. This is Wack somewhat of his platform, bro. You know what they gonna do, man. Let us use your content. If y'all see this, send this to Luce Cannon so we can use this content and get back for him some type of way. But you're losing. You're getting smoked.
They're like,
Man, what happened? My fault.
like, you know, a little delayed. No offense to him, but he's just kind of one of those people who's hopelessly honest.
Yeah.
You ask him a question, he can't help but answer it.
But this guy is dishonest.
No, but what I'm saying is, Luce, I think Luce gonna come out on top of this whole situation because there's always people like that who come out on top for some reason.
Wack said that he's the most evil person he's ever met in his entire life, which has got to say a lot. Since Wack's probably top 10 for a lot of people in the evilness category. Him saying that about Luce really says a lot.
So it sounds like he's in the perfect circle.
Yeah,
because
but he's not in that circle anymore.
But I'd rather him be a real outwardly evil, overtly evil person than be around a bunch of people who acting like they're something and they're really something else behind closed doors.
Smoking like a true Republican.
For all we know, they could all be telling on each other.
Hey, man, I'm gonna cut that right there. Luce Cannon, bro. You locked up, man. Adam22 and that no jumper platform, they is in full attack, bro. They is not running your content no more. Tell your wife to open up the book, bro. That's all she got to do so we can run some content for him. Not saying that we gonna be defending him, but you know, to put his word out there though. But Adam22 said Luce Cannon is a compulsive liar, bro. That's just what I get from it. Basically, he's saying since he met Luce Cannon, it ain't no truth been in Luce Cannon's mouth, period, is basically what Adam's saying, man. Then he got his gang up there with him going smack at him too, man. But do y'all think it's over with for Luce Cannon? Or do y'all think he might slither up out of there like Brandon said, man? I think telling is the new wave So I wouldn't be surprised. Luce Cannon might be coming home. Luce Cannon's home. Man, y'all leave a like, comment, and let me know what y'all think about Luce Cannon, man. Do y'all think Adam tripping about calling him a compulsive liar, or do y'all think Luce Cannon be telling the truth? Man, this has been another good episode, man. It's your boy BT Scoop TV News. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. And go follow all of my social media platforms at BT Scoop TV. I'm out.